I needed something
Is it
new.
Bible Black?
No, it's not Bible Black. I finished that in high school.
It's disappointing. Okay.
It's not Bible Black. I needed something to watch that was a bit of a guilty pleasure.
All right.
Okay.
And I needed something fairly similar to Agretzko.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I don't know. I had just
I don't
been
know where
looking.
this is going.
I had just been looking through Instagram, and I had seen this one show, and I had seen multiple instances of it, and I knew it was going to be stupid.
Okay.
It was foretold.
You're making a
in
lot
Instagram
of
stories.
excuses,
A
and
lot
it
of
doesn't
preamble.
increase
All
my
right. It's just 'cause
confidence.
I don't know what you guys are gonna. Okay, so I've been watching Uzaki Chan Wants to Hang Out.
What is that?
Okay. Oh, it's the girl who's like 4'10", who's like triple E's.
Stacked.
Yeah.
What? 410 triple E's? Oh.
So
See, David, I'm aware of that show. I'm not clicking on it.
You
Yeah.
guys are fucking degenerates for even knowing what this is.
I've
Look,
been
I
watching
follow-
that show.
Look, okay, this is straight up. I just gotta say it, nigga. She looks 12, okay? Like people joke, she really looks 12. I don't like
in
this.
college, air quotes.
She's a sophomore
Fuck
in
that.
college.
I mean,
Air
don't
quotes.
fuck that. There's literally screenshots. Okay, maybe that's a flashback, but it makes you look like a small child. What is the deal with this?
Okay, so
Help me understand.
we're 3 episodes in so far. The series is fairly new still. Little did I know that every meme that had been published in the past like 4 weeks was only episode 1.
Okay,
Congrats,
that is
David.
kind of strong.
Having said that, there's not a lot to unpack here.
No,
So
actually, it looks
essentially,
like there's a lot to unpack.
well, I think if you
Like
get
a
later
lot.
on, I think if we get later on in the anime, we're probably going to see a little bit more feels, but right now it's just plain stupidity.
Okay.
It's honestly so it's honestly 2 halves. You get the first like 10 minutes, that's one skit, and then you get the first 10 minutes, and that's the next skit of the show.
Oh,
They
so
don't-
it does the Kaguya-sama thing. Okay.
Yeah, they don't tell you, but it's definitely implied that time has jumped.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I should just start diving into it. So the plot.
Wait,
General
the plot or the
plot.
plot?
The plot.
The plot.
The plot.
I mean, Opai's plot in this is in this movie. I mean, in this series, but we're gonna ignore that for now. Having said that, nobody ignores it in the series. So
Really now.
essentially, the plot is the 2 athletes
Okay.
who used to swim together are no longer swimming in high school and have now gone to college.
This woman swim.
I don't know, man. It's a lot of drag.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Thanks,
the main
Shikamaru.
character, this one dude, whose eyes you can see, for any of you weirdos out there,
What?
the general notion that an anime is actually a hentai is the fact that you can't see the protagonist's eyes,
Oh, okay,
Mhm.
all right, okay.
and you can
so
see
you-
this man's eyes.
You're
So
saving
we're
yourself from
we're
this.
safe here.
There's
This is-
gonna be
this
a
is all
moment.
time skip.
There's gonna be a moment where things get a little dark and his eyes disappear for 1 second.
Yeah, and then she grows wings
Oh,
and a
no.
tail. Anyway,
I hate you, David.
so
Yeah,
the show
that's
starts
gross.
off like that. 2 athletes, blah blah blah.
One tracksuit.
They meet in college, and they're kind of talking about how college is gonna go, and she has high hopes for the guy. And she's walking by one day, and she realizes, dude, this guy's a loner. He doesn't hang out with people. Well, it's his sophomore year. Maybe he's just getting used to it. Junior year comes up. Homeboy's still a loner. So she decides, I'm going to make a change in this man's life. I am going to be his friend.
I'm gonna hang out.
And so she does, against his own will.
Okay,
Cue
great.
opening music.
Cue toasted mouth.
Alright,
And
but David,
Happy,
essentially
really
the show
annoying
goes
song.
like this.
Yes.
The main character is doing something.
Okay.
She sees main character.
Okay.
She runs after main character. She causes havoc.
Right.
like some kind of force of nature.
Leaving a wake of destruction in her path.
That's two good ways to respond. I like to.
Sorry, leaving 2 wakes of destruction in her path.
Yeah.
Very large circular holes.
So far, the show is okay. I haven't rolled my eyes. I
Too much.
haven't smacked my head.
Okay.
And I haven't looked down from my phone to text because I was bored.
Okay.
I'm still drawn in.
Which is more that can be said for the last thing that you watched. Oh. Congratulations. Uzaki Chan has
Yes.
engaged you more than most parts of Ghost in the Shell 2.
Yes.
Alright, so Dave, I have an
I-
important question for you.
Go ahead.
Why is her fang skin colored?
Because it doesn't exist, and it's mostly because she has a smug attitude.
But
Yeah,
like,
see, it's not a tooth. It's actually just a detail mark. It's an emotion
it's a
mark.
tumor?
It's not a tumor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not
So
a tumor.
essentially, she's just taking. She knows she's taking advantage of this guy because he's a loner, and she knows that. Essentially, all she has to do is scream, and he'll be forced to hang out with her.
Wait.
Because oh yeah, there's scenes where she essentially just tells him, "Hey, I can make your life really terrible, so you're gonna have to hang out with me. Otherwise, the rest of your college career is going to be an absolute nightmare."
Terrible as in make people think he's a rapist? That kind of thing?
In some sense, yeah, there's a scene like that.
That's really evil?
Is
Um,
she the antagonist?
Is she the Griffith?
I think the antagonist must be the main character's employer, who is so infatuated with her, not because of her well endowment, but because of how much havoc she can produce.
Huh?
He even went as far as to give her the main character's address because he was sick,
Oh no.
and she then proceeded to feed him and give him a sponge bath.
Oh. Sponge
And then-
bath? Really?
And then steal his
Yes.
video games, and
Oh,
It's
when you
cute,
said
though.
steal his I was a little worried. But
I was like, oh no.
no, steal his video games.
I was like, are you sure this is an anime?
Some of the funnier parts are actually when people get to meet her, and their reaction is always the same. It's oh look, it's a 13-year-old girl.
Wait, that's
Wait a
the
minute.
canonical, like, actual response?
That's kind of how. Yeah, they
So
they,
in
they think
universe,
she's
she
in
even looks like pedo bait.
they think she's in elementary school.
I really
Mm,
don't like this.
But that's because they can only see her head.
That
And
wait.
then they stand up from the counter, and then they realize, oh, good grave, she's stacked like Jenga. And
David, if you saw somebody literally with the face of a child and then like quad Fs or whatever, how far I can take the size system, would that be okay for you?
in real life,
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
What do you mean you
No.
don't know? Give me an answer.
no.
How does someone look like a child but is also 23?
So that's what I'm saying, though. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't that mean that this fantasy is a little messed up?
We're not delving into the deepest parts of my
Psyche.
Not you,
we'll put it
them.
this way, concluded mind.
Concluded?
I don't know.
Your mind is over.
They honestly
His
think
mind
she's
is
in
an enigma.
elementary school until they see her, and then they're like, maybe she's a girlfriend, and then they see the conversation ensue, and then they're like, oh no, she's just here to drive him
This
crazy.
boy whipped. Okay, all right.
So
Or
that's what
spanked,
happens.
or smothered.
Obviously, the center of the show is her center,
Uh-huh.
I wonder
and
why.
that plays a part.
Okay.
But there's also a little bit of mystery because allegedly, according to the main character, she was a quiet and well-reserved individual.
Probably until she hit
Until the plot
puberty.
develops.
No,
Yeah.
no, she's always had those, apparently.
Oh,
Not always. That's not possible.
Well, I
Right.
mean,
as
I
long as they're
guess,
like aware of each other.
according to him, in his flashback, she has looked the same except she cut her hair.
Uh-huh.
That's about it. Yeah, so that's all I can say about that show. Where to go from here? I'll let you know, but so far
Wait.
I'm still in. I haven't checked out yet.
You didn't tell me exactly though. What really draws you in here?
What drew me in? I just needed something
What keeps
different
you
to
in?
watch that wasn't blood filled.
Uh-huh.
And this just happened to pop up on my Instagram Explore page.
David,
Shout out.
Oh,
And,
I have a question
and I
for
just
you.
decided to watch it. Go ahead.
Would you like an additional recommendation?
Go ahead.
Have you seen Konosuba?
I have seen skits and I want to watch it.
I feel like
I'm
you would
gonna watch
really
Konosuba.
enjoy Konosuba.
I'm gonna watch
I-
Konosuba. It's about time for me to do something.
I've seen, so there's 2 seasons and a movie out right now.
What?
They're
They're
all
already
pretty good.
that far?
Yeah.
There's a movie.
Yeah, man, they're taking that community route. No, but it's seal of approval. Really funny.
Yeah, no, I had seen one scene where the character basically almost
Wait,
gets with Chimera.
Oh, Mr. Tracksuit. Yeah, that's pretty far along. Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a tracksuit. There's a guy in a tracksuit.
It's a isekai. So, I was transported to a different world, but oh yeah, I'm in my tracksuit still. I guess this
That's
is
good.
like my this is my skit. This is my thing.
I like
Well, it's
that.
comfortable, man.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's multifunctional.
Yeah, David. It's like anime. It's always sunny. Everyone's a piece of shit.
Oh, that's awesome.
See, that's what makes it so appealing.
Like
Here's
there
what-
are no heroes. There's only villains and more
Here's
villains.
here's how I know Japan can laugh. Anime like that.
Can Japan laugh? It's so,
So-
weird. You can't. You laugh hard at these anime, right? But you can't
Yeah.
actually imagine a Japanese person laughing that hard, can you?
Oh,
I don't know. You can tell the people who are like voice acting were having a fucking blast doing
That's
it.
true. Yes.
Yeah.
Which again, I always appreciate that.
Back to that scene where he almost gets with the Chimera. There's a point where Chimera spills the beans and says, "Yeah, I was a guy originally," and he feels something in his back, and he's like, "Is that what I think that is?" And she
Jesus.
goes, "It's exactly what you think it is." And then she runs off with him.
"Oh, great!"
And then he's never seen again.
And it was the funniest thing.
And they lived happily ever after.
And then
Well, as happy as Cosmo can be.
Hey, that's mine. You do you, pal. It's good.
I mean, we all have our things. So yeah, Konosuba, I need to watch that.
If you want
sure.
another shorter but equally stupid recommendation, go for Aho Girl. It's really dumb, but it's just funny.
Do
the
we
only
all have our
reason-
guilty pleasures here?
The only reason I know about it is because of the Begun Thought thing.
See, David, I would
Which
say
is
it's
a
a guilty,
very strong
guilty pleasure, but like Konosuba was fairly popular, and I don't feel
Yeah.
guilty about it.
Well, but you see, it's popular among people who are anime fans, right? Are
Yeah.
you an anime
Anime
fan?
fans.
Are you?
I thought we had all kind of unconsciously agreed that we wouldn't talk about all of the degenerate stuff that we watch.
Look, David, we already put
When did
Bible
we say-
Black on
we
this.
didn't say that.
No, this was an unconscious agreement.
Oh, well, your unconscious clearly was not on the same page as my unconscious.
Yeah,
Well,
I was
obviously.
fully prepared to throw every single one of us under the bus at any given opportunity.
That's right. Just for the sake of entertainment value.
Yeah.
You
This is
fucking
what
got-
we do.
Yeah, come on,
Slide
man.
Part 2.
All right, but David, would you recommend this? Would you
would
recommend
you?
Uzaki Chan?
That's an interesting question because I can't tell. If you
Would I
actually-
recommend this?
Yes.
If it... Okay, so I'm getting a lot of One Punch Man vibes from it, and I can't tell you why just yet.
What? Okay.
Yeah. Okay,
Is it
because
the
you know how...
indomitable power that she has?
Oh, man, yeah,
that why?
she is kind of a One Punch
Okay. I respect that.
in that... Well,
Even
it's
has the
more like
tie on
two,
the shirt and everything.
it's
And
more
is the
like two
guy-
punches.
Oh,
Well, she does actually wear a shirt that definitely just points out the fact that these are huge.
yeah.
Zero
and
shame.
I kind of laugh at that.
What does it say on the shirt? Sugoi. What does that mean?
Uh,
Does it just mean really big? Or-
yeah, very big.
Okay.
No
Um,
shame.
But
That's horrible.
you know how One Punch Man is like a super big joke, and then there's like 2 or 3 episodes where it's like really heartfelt, and you kind of
Right.
get it.
And
Yeah.
and also that even though he is a big joke, he's also a giant, like, megaton power.
Yeah. I think that's what this show is going for. I
Okay,
can't tell
okay.
you yet.
I mean, for like, if she really causes that much havoc just by existing, I think I get it.
There's like there's a point in the show where she gets like really mad at him, and it's a complete 180 of her personality,
Mm-hmm.
and he doesn't care about her throughout the entire series up until this point.
Right.
Fantastic.
And then she calls to meet him someplace,
Mm-hmm.
and he
And
actually
then the sun
goes.
sets, right?
Well, he goes there, and it's like, well, it doesn't sound like something he would do. And then she tries to hypnotize him because
Wait, what?
she wants him to say her first name instead of calling her by her last name.
Okay.
And you're kind of like, that's cute.
Is
It's
it?
aggressively Japanese.
And he plays
This is
along.
very Japanese.
Yeah.
Only in
'cause-
anime is this kind of like blatant man manipulation still a fantasy.
well, it doesn't work.
That's not true, but
He's
but-
kind of like he just pretends to fall asleep, and then he says her name, and then she's like, "Oh wow, that works. All right, I want you to buy me food, and I need you to do a couple of other things too." And then that's when he hits her upside the head because obviously he was joking.
You know what?
Uh,
You should watch Aho Girl.
And then
There's a similar dynamic at play.
oh yeah, this there's like a pinky in the brain kind of thing going on here.
Except they're both pinky.
No.
Nobody's
The main
brain.
character is definitely the brain, but she's
Is he?
definitely pinky.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, so I don't know where it's going. There's some points where yeah, you're like, "Oh wow, she's doing things that, that a goofball normally wouldn't do." So is she just
Mhm.
putting on an act for this guy, or is she just like actually this dumb?
Stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid.
And she just
No.
has her moments like Patrick Starr.
Oh.
The inner mechanisms of my mind are an enigma.
This is the second time that Patrick Starr has showed up unannounced on this cast, and I'm all
Patrick
As it should be.
Patrick
Patrick-
Starr is a case.
Patrick always has a spot at this table.
Yeah, 100%. He's
But-
always welcome here.
Mhm.
He
Would
gets
I
a free
recommend
drink.
it? If you're bored, then yes. Please give it a watch, get disappointed, or get
If you're looking for
intrigued.
like good anime junk food,
Yeah,
Okay. Is that what this is?
but I mean, other than that, it's okay. So that's what I've been watching. Also started with Pat Labor. I'm not going to talk about that in this podcast, but I figured I might as well mention that.
Okay. So you're gonna tell us how woke you are next time.
I guess so.
Next time.
What do you recommend again? I guess you wanted me to watch the first 3 episodes and then
I mean, watch as much as of the first series as you like, as much as it tickled your fancy, but then watch movie 2.
oh, movie 2.
Yeah. Well, movie 1, I believe, has a similar atmosphere. Oh, and by the way, I didn't even mention, they're actually directed by the Ghost in the Shell guy, so it all makes sense.
Mm.
Yeah.
Circle's complete.
Right. So, yeah. I think movie 1 is also pretty good, but I know movie 2 is strong, so. Yes.
Dude, or hear me out here. You just watch more trash, like Uzaki Chan. I'm sure there's an entire like, Uzaki Chan extended universe that we don't know about.
The Uzaki verse.
I gotta be honest, it is really nice to just take breaks like that. And
I mean, that's fine. I just don't know why you had to click on this one first.
because I don't have to think when I watch it. It's just every now and again I have to think. Like One Punch Man.
No, not that. I appreciate not having to think. That's not the point. The point is this might be one of the worst things at first glance you could have ever picked. You know what I mean?
When I
Like,
saw it,
your
I rolled my
optics-
eyes too.
Yeah, your optics
He rolled his eyes and then clicked play.
could never have been worse. Yeah. Let
I
me
don't know, man.
let me tell you guys real quick about an experiment I like to play, okay?
Oh.
And that is searching something on Bing. Okay.
Oh, I mean, but you can say either way for the points, though. You can't lie to us. We know what you're about.
No, I know. But there's another thing. Okay. By the way, guys, sign up now for Bing Rewards to get money from Bill Gates just for searching on Bing.
Shout out to Bill Gates.
Shout out to Bill Gates.
This
Shout-
podcast is
shout-
brought to you by Microsoft.
Shout out to Microsoft Edge for actually allowing me to upload stuff to YouTube.
Is that
Ooh.
that's more of a BM on YouTube, but still, we take those. Okay,
We take
so
those.
there is Bing will do this thing where it gives you little tags, okay, in addition to your search that are supposed to help you, right, along your way.
Right.
But what they really do, especially 100% if you search an anime or any kind of fictional character, okay, what they really do is reveal the degeneracy of mankind. Yeah, you see?
Fantastic.
So if you search, for example, a Fire Emblem character, right?
Right.
A lot of times you'll just get so-and-so, right? No, I searched Olivia, right? And the tags for Olivia gags, Olivia fat, Olivia feet. So really, this is what people
Why is it always gotta be feet?
I don't know. I don't know why it's always gotta be feet. Yet somehow, maybe you have a point here, David, because this isn't actually happening with Uzaki Chan. The only thing that really showed up that was very questionable is how old is Uzaki Chan?
What?
Everybody's asking this question.
How old is she?
But surprisingly enough, there's none of that horrible shit. Maybe the internet has decided.
The anime is also still kind of new. It's being brought to the wider audience as
no. Being new has nothing to do with it. Let me tell you something.
I don't know, man. I think they just put that in there just as a catalyst, just to keep the anime moving. You know, whenever they run into a little bump in the road.
What 2 bumps?
Yeah.
You've gone far enough. Stop.
What am I doing with my life?
You violated the law.
I mean, it's true. Like every now and again, you'll get to some lulls, and there's a point where they go to a department store, and you're trying to figure out what she went there to do, and there's like a point where you can tell, oh, they had nothing for this one, and then they just put her in one of those massage chairs, and she starts moaning, and that's the reason to leave.
Oh, great!
Oh, fantastic! Excellent.
On to the next scene.
David, would you read the manga? Because there's a manga this is based off of.
No.
Hard veto.
Hard veto. That was an automatic bust for me.
But David, there's currently a whopping 51 chapters. There's like a year's worth of material here.
What's the actual automatic bust here. What do you mean by that?
I just don't think this is worthy of a read. I think this is just something it's kind of like reading Charlie Brown comics. I could subscribe to the newspaper,
Okay.
or I could just borrow someone else's newspaper for free.
Oh,
You know what? There
Just
is an
watch
interesting dynamic. Do you think there's actually an extra layer of degeneracy when you're reading something degenerate? Because it looks like it'd be anything, right? It's in black and white. You know what I mean?
it could be
There's
anything.
a layer of secrecy that some people might not like.
It's a little too close to what I'm not supposed to be reading
Okay.
in daylight. So
Oh,
Exactly.
I don't think I want to see how detailed she is.
I mean, it's still listed as like a manga / anime. It can't get that bad,
I mean,
Right?
So we think.
right?
I hope not.
Right?
We still haven't reached high levels of showmanship, if you will.
Mm.
I mean, we
I'm not sure that's the word I would use, but
we
okay.
know they're there. We don't know the scale or the magnitude. All we know is
Allegedly.
she's heavy.
Okay, you ready? You ready? You ready? Biggest, strongest ending plot point, right?
Go.
Right?
It was pads the whole time.
Oh my god.
The real biggest part of her was her heart.
Oh,
Disgusting.
and then he leaves.
That sounds like a Tinder. She should get it checked out.
And then he fucking leaves her on the curb.
And then he realizes he can do better.
Son of a bitch.